Good morning, everyone. It's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How are you today? If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping in. If you've been around for a while, thanks for coming back. My channel is about crochet, mostly, some travel when we're traveling. Right now we are living in our camper at a permanent site that we have in Ohio for the summer, and then we'll be back on the road again. We are going on a vacation soon to Punta Cana for Chloe's graduation, our granddaughter. That's what she wanted to do for graduation in lieu of a party. So we're going to go on a tropical vacation. Can't wait for that. And so maybe I'll do some videoing, but probably not posting anything while we're gone. Not from the Dominican Republic. But I'll take some videos and show you stuff that we did while we were there. And then I think when I come back, I'll be doing a local yarn store that's about an hour or so away from where I'm living for the summer. So that'll be fun. That's what's coming up. And I have some projects I thought I would show you today, some progress, and we'll see how that's going. So first, today is Thursday at the time of filming this. It's Thursday. I have not seen the Luck of the Draw video yet for today. It is Luck of the Draw 11 Boggy Creek edition, so it's only a 10-week Luck of the Draw, which is a crochet along that's being hosted by Trish, Mama Swift, and you pick 5 colors and a basic color, and every week she calls a number that you have related to 5 colors. You have your basic that goes in every week, and then you have the 5 colors that she draws a number from, and you make a blanket. I am using a pattern that Trish just made called Ripples in the Creek. Yes, that's what it's called. And I don't have my new color on, but this is the previous 5 weeks, so we are halfway done. And this is what my blanket is looking like. This is her pattern. It is a fabulous design. It's soft and squishy, and I really love it. So last week was our first repeat color. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 5 colors are in here, so we need whatever number is missing. And in my colors, I don't know what it is. But I hope that's the color she called this week. And I hope, I know it's not this number, because this number was called last week, and you don't get a duplicate in a row, so there's never 2 in a row the same. You can do any pattern, and it doesn't have to be a Boggy Creek blanket, but that's, you know, my charity of choice and what I do crochet for. Besides, you know, stuff for myself and other people, but this is my Boggy. I don't have my ends sewn in yet, like none of them. And I just finished my a skein of white, and I started on this big twist skein. And let me tell you guys, I haven't had this problem before, ever so bad. But there is a knot inside the middle of this thing. I tried to pull it out by the middle, you know, to use from the center out, and the knot is so tight in there, I couldn't get it to come out. I thought the yarn was going to break. So I pulled from the outside. We'll see how it's going to go with the next, once I change color to the new color. But it's, the video probably is just coming out while I'm recording this, Trisha's video of what the new color is, so I don't know what it is. And I'm recording inside because Roy and the neighbor are doing some work over there, and they're making a crap ton of noise. So I did not work on, yesterday was the crochet along that I'm doing with Laura from Mammy Me's Crochet and Farming, and we're doing from this book of 52 Afghans, 1 a week. And I will tell you, I haven't started it because I had to finish my my Luck of the Draw. Usually on Wednesday nights, I've been saving the white, which it goes in between the color of the week, and doing that during our live on Wednesday Night Lives. And we didn't do it yesterday, for a bunch of reasons. We had to cancel it, so I still had to put the white in. So I did that. I didn't have an opportunity we were busy all day yesterday. I didn't have an opportunity to start our project for this week. You'll have to watch Laura's video to find what it is, but this is the yarn I'm going to use. And it is mango, and I love this cotton. So it's going to be a really nice soft washcloth. I'm going to like it a lot if it turns out. But it's just sitting here waiting for me to get started on it. And I will hopefully work on that today at some point. But I did work on my smiley face blanket for Boggy Creek. Like I said, that is my charity of choice. And I am doing a big yellow circle smiley face. I did Double Dog Dare challenge everyone to make a smiley face. It doesn't have to be yellow. And it doesn't have to be the big circle. There are Afghans available. Just email Boggy Blanket Brigade at gmail.com. Put graphs in the subject line, and Jaxie will send you all the graphs that Annette has made for us in Tangled with Yarn. Is her she doesn't do content, but that's her channel. And she made a bunch of graphs for Afghans. Some are just small windows that you would maybe do multiple pictures of, or put in the center, or whatever. And some are big, whole blanket size. She did do one that is a smiley face that's square, so you would do a corner to corner on this. And I don't remember, I think it had hearts for eyes, but I'm not 100% sure. It's really cute. But if you just type graphs, Jaxie will send you all the graphs that have been created for Boggy Creek. So anyway, this is my circle so far. I believe it is now 17 inches, and I don't remember how many rows I have on it. Just increase each row by 12, and there you go. And that's what it's looking like so far. Now, somebody did tell me, like, you have to do the increase every row. If you try to, like, I'm on, I think 15 is going to be, the next row is going to be 15 spaces in between increases. So if I do that, and then say, like, the next row I don't want to do any increases, and then the next row increase, like, alternate it like that. Somebody asked about doing that. I believe you run the risk of it curling. But if it starts to get wavy for any reason while you're doing this, and it doesn't lay flat anymore, maybe it gets a little bit wanting to curl or wavy, then do one row without increases, and then go back to your increases in the same, at the same count that you left off at. That is, according to the Zoom sisters, that's the fix for that, and that's, like, we're doing it correct. So my bright yellow smiley face right now is 17 inches, so 23 to go. The thing is, it's a pretty brainless project. Just have to count every stitch. I do, anyway. So that's that project. I did work a teeny bit. I put in a row or two on my cal with Juan. I think I'm still on week 3. And I know he's probably at week 6 by now, but it's a slow go. Slow go for me, because I can only work on this for so long. The stitches are small. I'm using a 1-weight yarn and a 4.5 millimeter hook. And after a while, my eyes go crazy, and I have to put it down. Plus, I have to watch the tutorial every time. Every row is different, so you don't get the, okay, do this, repeat these 2 rows for the next 17 years, and you'll have a finished blanket. No. Every row is different. Well, I mean, there are some rows that are the same, but the counts are different, and because it's so intricate, you don't know that the next row is the same because it's a mystery kind of thing. And so you have to follow the tutorial. But anyway, I don't mind following the tutorial. I just don't always have time to sit down and watch it and then crochet and then watch it again. And, you know, because we're watching a movie or whatever, and I can't watch the tutorial and watch a movie, you know, when I sit down to crochet. So I don't get as much time to work on this. And then, like I said, I can only do so many rows and then my eyes get crossed. The tutorial that he did is fabulous, very easy to follow, and as you can see, the blanket is just simply fantastic. The yarn I am using is Big Twist Vista. As I said, it is a one weight. It's cotton acrylic and a little bit of polyamide. It does have a marl to it, and I have 3 cakes of this, so hopefully it'll be enough to make the blanket. And make it big enough. I did buy a couple of skeins of an off-white and a different that I can add in if I need to, or make a border with, or whatever. But I just wanted a lightweight summer throw, and so that's what that is. And I think it's beautiful. And as I said, Juan did a fabulous job on the creation of the blanket, the design, and the tutorial is very good as well. Oh, excuse me. Fibers in my throat. Still drinking coffee this morning. So, those are the now 4 projects. Usually I only like 3, but I started that blanket with the smiley faces because people wanted to know how I was going to do it. And so I did a little video starting you off if you want to do it with just the big circle like I'm doing it. If you don't want to do it that way, that's fine. But you have been double dog challenged to make one, and it doesn't have to be yellow. It can be any color you want. It could be a rainbow of colors. I don't care. I just think it would be fun to have a bunch of them for them to throw on the beds all at one time. So like we did the cat's meow last year. We could do this or anything else that anybody else comes up with. It doesn't matter. I am going to start another project because, as I said, I'm going on vacation and I need a little project that can live in a little bag so I can take it on the airplane and work on it. And all these other projects are requiring big bags or videos. Ones I could do that blanket very easily, take it with me, except I don't know if I'm going to have good video, and I can't, you know, you can't always do that in the airplane. And when I'm there, I don't know if I'm going to have good reception. So I've been wanting to do a little shawl. I generally don't wear shawls very often, but I wanted to do something lightweight because, like, the air conditioner blows, and it, like, not when I have a t-shirt on, but if I have on a tank top, or if it's a little chilly in the evening without the air conditioner on, like, I get cold here. My chest gets cold way before anything else does. So I'd like something lightweight to throw over that's, you know, you can squish up if you want to or have big. So I wanted something lightweight. And I do have a couple of lightweight shawls that are packed in the storage unit. It was a beautiful one. Jaxie made a couple. Jaxie from Creations by Jax. Moose Mike from Memphis makes Sam. Made me a beautiful one, and I have it stored because I didn't want anything to happen to it in our travels. So it's in storage, and I've made 1 or 2 that are in storage. Everything's in storage. So I wanted one with me. And when I was at a local yarn shop, and I don't remember which one, because while we've been traveling, I have hit a few. I bought this universal bamboo pop, and it is a 50 cotton, 50 bamboo. It is a 3-weight yarn. This is what the yarn looks like. This is the label. So I bought one in this variegated, and then I bought two, and I don't know if it has a color. Knit, relax, smile, repeat, it says on here. This color is called Fairy Tale. And there are, I guess I should give you all the details if I can find them and read them. I know it says yardage on here somewhere. Okay, it's 266 meters, 292 yards, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. The solid color that I want to go with it is the same, and it is called Grape. So I have this Grape and the Fairy Tale, and I want to make, I'm going to work on a shawl. So I think this says to use a 3.5 millimeter hook. I'm probably going to use a 5. I found a pattern by Crystal at Bag O Day that I really like. I can't think of what the name of it is right now. I will see if I can get a thumbnail and put it in a picture up here. I'm going to do some modifications to the pattern if I can figure out how to do that. There is a like solid section, and then there's a section of a different, like a V-stitch shell kind of thing. And I want more of the V-stitch shell and less of the solid. But the solidish section I'm going to do with the variegated, and then the other I'm going to do with this, and then probably come back and do like the last row with the variegated to like give it a variegated border. I think that's how I'm going to work it. As y'all, if you've been around, you know purple is my favorite color, so the majority of it will be purple, which I don't have a lot of purple clothes, so that's really the sad thing about it. I should do it a more neutral that would go with everything, and I do have some neutral yarns that I could use, but I really want to work with these fun colors, so we're doing the fun colors, and we're doing the purple, and I mean, look, it would go with this outfit, right? Of course. Purple and green. I mean, there's purple and green. That's what this whole thing is, purples and greens. So, I love it. Like I said, I'll try to put the picture in there. And Crystal said, I watched the beginning of the video. I wanted like a crescentish shape. This is crescentish shaped, I think. I didn't want the V shawl because I don't need an arrow pointing to my big butt. My behind doesn't need any accentuations. It's already big enough as it is. People notice it. I'm a fluffy girl, and you know, so it is what it is. But I wanted the crescent, and then if I wear it like backwards, there's not a V pointing to my big belly. It's just spread it out all around, and I thought it would look. I wanted the look of it anyway in the crescentish, but it's got points all over. The little shells you'll see in the thumbnail. So she says go up at least a hook size. So I'm going to go up a hook and a half, I think, and go into a 5, because the yarn says use a 3.5. So I'm going to do a 5. And that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get it started so I'm on the repeats and know what I'm doing before I am on the plane. So I'll be hopefully having the solid section done before I get on the plane. That's where I'm going to focus on, and my washcloth. Those are going to be the focuses for this week before I headed on the plane. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Next week, the Boggy Blanket Brigade, I believe, will be in full force. I will not be there because I will be thinking of you from a sandy beach somewhere. So have a great week if I don't come back before vacation. And if I do, I'll see you then. So thanks a lot. Bye-bye.